sleepyhead.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning.
You're going to talk.
Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
Sam Amick makes his regular Thursday appearance coming up at 8:05. We'll talk Kings, the Warriors-Houston game last night, and I want to know how many of you are starting to read up on. Are you starting college basketball yet? If you're a college basketball watcher throughout the year, congratulations. You're one of like 3 people in town that do that. But with brackets and everything coming out next week, I am curious. I am curious who's starting to become a college basketball expert around the water cooler. And well, speaking of experts, we'll of course bring 1 or 2 on next week to help you out before you have to turn in your brackets Wednesday night. The NFL chugs along in free agency. Welcome into The Drive. You can watch us. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube Multicare at KHTK.com, the video stream. They also sponsor the text line where we welcome most, not all of your texts at 441140. We do not welcome the guy saying Kyle is nuts, that the Kings will not win all those games, 38 tops. In order for the Kings to win 38 games, they would have only 5. They would finish the season 5-11. Look at their schedule, and you show me, again, barring catastrophic injuries across the board, how it is even possible for them to finish 5-11 or worse. That is a terrible take. We do not welcome that text. But the rest of your texts have been pretty good today. Your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140 on the Firewings hotline. 21 different flavors to choose from. Hey, firewings.com. What do I always tell you? Please just wing it. Antonio Brown went to his new quarterback's house. He had his introductory press conference in Oakland. And he made a stop at the house of Derek Carr, where the two hugged 3 times and awkwardly asked each other a number of times how they were feeling. Now, Kyle, I've seen this video, but I can't remember off the top of my head, which is always good when you're doing live radio. I don't think there's any swearing in it because it came out of the official Raiders Twitter account. But let's just both be, diligent on this. This is just a...
Big dog. What up, OG? Woo! Special delivery.
What's up, bro?
What's up, baby?
You good?
I'm feeling good. How you doing? How you
Man.
doing, bro?
Yeah, you guys come on in.
Wow.
Yeah, come on, what's up?
Finally, bro.
You open?
Get a hug, bro. I'm excited, bro.
How crazy is that?
Bro, that's amazing.
We tried to do
I'm
it
excited,
years ago.
bro.
Isn't that fun?
Long time ago.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a good work, bro. How you feeling?
I'm great. How you
You
doing?
already through?
No.
I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, come on.
Ready when you ready.
Let's go.
Ready when you ready.
You guys come on
Thanks
in.
for welcoming to the crib. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, you can always come over, man.
Wow.
Family.
Blessing, bro. I'm excited, bro. DC, the man, bro. I'm ready, bro.
How you feeling?
I feel good, bro.
Yeah? Nothing like it, man. Raider Nation.
Raider Nation, bro. That's crazy.
How crazy is that?
That's crazy. It didn't really hit me yet, but
Yeah.
I'm sure when I'm going to practice, I'm like, oh, okay, it's for real now.
Yeah, you've been years somewhere else. It's
Yeah.
different.
I'm excited about
Yeah.
it now.
I'm just going to say this, and I don't want to be that guy that rains on everyone's parade, Kyle. I think that that visit was staged. I think Derek Carr knew.
What?
Yeah, I think Derek Carr knew Antonio Brown was coming over. Oh, I do. It would have been amazing, though. Like, Antonio Brown knocks on the door, like Derek Carr answers the door, and like it was like shirtless with some, what are those like pajama pants people wear?
Pajama pants?
Yeah, okay. His hair is just jacked. Hey. He's got like a toothbrush in his mouth. What up, baby? I think they asked each other how they were feeling like 7 times.
How you feeling? I'm good.
There were
It's
3
great.
awkward hugs. I just like the idea. The most fascinating thing is that you knock on the door. Derek Carr just answers. Hey, what are you doing?
Hello?
He-
What? This is how we answer the door in my neighborhood.
That's how we answer the door, Raider Nation. And then they didn't show the whole house, but it did certainly look rather plain house. I would not. I would like to see Derek Carr.
I'm sorry.
cribs.
Were you expecting like a snazzy house? Have you seen Derek Carr?
I was expecting a lot of.
Have you watched that guy's press conferences?
A lot of denim and jeans jackets everywhere. Maybe a framed photo of Hosier somewhere.
Derek Carr definitely listens to Hosier, right?
Absolutely listens to Hosier. He's such a cheeseball, and I say that with all love. I really do like Derek Carr.
I do too.
I'm totally okay with that type of person.
Yes.
Like, be a nerd, be cheesy.
Derek Carr seems like the type of dude that will pay for your lift home, even if he's not going to the same place.
Absolutely, he would.
Like if you like stumble outside, like I need a ride, he's like, "Hey, I already got it for you. It's right here, buddy."
Just want to make sure that he's like Peyton Manning without the charisma. As far as like his personality, he's just a guy, and you can tell Antonio Brown's happy. I can't imagine that. Like if I love where I'm at, but if I signed a 4-year, like let's say $55 million deal at the home of the Steelers in Pittsburgh, I'd be going to everyone's house. Like all these guys are saying, I'd be crying real tears in the car when I signed the deal. I'd be going over to like the afternoon guy's house, be like, "What's up, man? You ready to go? I'm excited." Just got paid.
But Antonio Brown's already made so much money,
right,
that he signs his deal and is like, "Awesome." Like, cool.
What if Derek Carr answered the door, but he was in like leather chaps?
Oh my!
With like eye black on and a giant wig, and there was like Sex Pistols playing in the background.
It's like, oh, hey guy,
just punk rock blasting. Oh no!
He opens the door. He opens the door expecting it to be someone else. He opens it. He's like, "Snake venom." Oh, hey Antonio.
He's got a couple bottles of Jack in each hand. Let's do it. Hey.
Oh, hey, let's
How are ya? Raider, hold on. Give me just a second. Comes back in a suit. Raider Nation.
Yeah, hey, how you feeling?
Don't get mad, Raider fan on the text. Sounds like a bunch of Niner fans. Nobody's.
What?
Come on. We're having fun. They're how can you not be excited? If you're a Raider fan, how can you not be excited?
Yeah. Dude, Tyrell Williams and Antonio Brown should be a lot of fun. Tyrell Williams, I think, is who John Gruden thought Martavis Bryant was.
What? Do it again. Do it again.
Tyrell Williams is who John Gruden thought Martavis Bryant was.
I got you. I think Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown will be very, very fun if he gets the ball thrown to him.
I think he will, and the NFL record for receptions in a season is 143. And it wouldn't surprise me if he went over it.
Well, we got to get Derek Carr to throw the ball down the field.
No, you don't.
Oh, you're just going to have Antonio Brown come across?
Yeah, dude, okay, he gets open everywhere.
Okay. From the 916, Toasty Raider fan. That's okay. I'm sure Jimmy Garoppolo opens the door in a wheelchair. That's over the line and not funny. Making fun of his injury. We were not making fun of anything other than personalities.
Really rude.
Thank you. It's not nice. It's a difference. Niner fan having fun with Raider players in a complimentary way. Raider fan, super mean.
Real quick, just for the record, Jimmy Garoppolo, equally boring.
Absolutely. Well, no, I disagree with that.
Really disagree.
I don't see Derek Carr dating any porn stars.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, I'm talking about public, like,
sure.
In his press conferences, though. I've never been like, wow, Jimmy Garoppolo, a lot of charisma on that guy.
Still getting a few texts saying the audio is not working on the live stream. Have we isolated that issue yet, or do we think it's user error? That's been going on all day. Guys, if you're not getting the live stream, do me a favor. If you're not getting audio on the live stream, text me at 441140. Let me know how you're listening. In other words, are you listening on an iPhone, on the app? Are you listening? Are you watching? Let me know very specifically what the issue is.
The microphone audio's on my side,
okay.
so
No, I got you. I'm trying to figure out, in some cases like this, it's user error, so I want to know exactly how they're listening, and, of course, we'll always try to figure it out. We'll take a break. It would have been funny if Derek Carr had offered Antonio Brown some plain oatmeal and said it was a family recipe and was super proud of it. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, how about some Threefer Madness? Kyle's going to grade the Tevin Coleman signing for the Niners, and we'll ask you about the Warriors and the Kings. All coming up next on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Welcome back to The Drive. Time for Threefer Madness.
The one wing fires up a three. Count it on a foul! That's the three-point shot. Fly! Oh, he's done it again!
Threefer Madness.
Oh, he's done it again!
Time for Threefer Madness. 3 questions, 3 answers.
Threefer Madness, brought to you each and every day by Fire Wings. 21 different flavors to choose from. Firewings.com. Just wing it. Those of you having issues, looks like on the video stream with the audio, Jay and the boys are working on it. So stand by, and thank you for being patient. For what I understand, you can listen on the KHTK app. All is well there for audio only. Kyle.
Hey, real quick, we've got another pair of Hozier tickets to give away. We're going to do that at 7:35.
Take me to church.
Exactly. 7:35. Set the alarm on your phone right now. A pair of tickets to see Hozier when he hits the stage at Sacramento Memorial Auditorium on October 21st. For tickets and more information, visit KHTK.com. 7:35 at 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Set your alarm.
Question number 1, Kyle, you grade the Tevin Coleman signing.
I'll give it like a, I guess a B plus, an A minus.
Obviously, Kyle Shanahan familiar with Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, and he's had some success with him in Atlanta, and Tevin Coleman's had a really good year last year with an opportunity to start really for the first time.
Well, Devontae Freeman can't stay healthy, and Tevin Coleman's done a great job in the past in filling in for him.
Yeah, I think he started 14 games last year and rushed for like 800 yards. He set career highs almost across the board. His last season with Kyle Shanahan, he had, I think, 8 rushing touchdowns, which would have led the Niners. He had 5 receiving touchdowns, which would have tied for the lead with the 49ers. So now this puts him in an interesting position with Jerick McKinnon and Matt Breida. Raheem Mostert is a really good special teams player who will be on the roster as a running back. So it puts him in a difficult spot with a lot of talent, but it's a lot of electric playmakers in their backfield, and they're going to have some decisions to make. But yeah, I give it like a B plus, A minus. It wasn't a huge need, but it's another playmaker on offense. You can't have too many of those.
2 years, $10 million.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that Jerick McKinnon could get cut.
Yeah, if they make him a post June 1st designation, he's only due he'll only have $2 million in dead cap money.
So if you obviously they're not going to cut Tevin Coleman because they just signed him,
right?
And then it was saying because of Mostert's abilities on special teams, and
did you read this at NinersWire.com?
Not sure where I read it.
Okay.
And then also, what was the other thing? Matt Breida, and the fact that he didn't make a lot of money either, that they're not carrying 4 of those dudes.
Right.
That Jerick McKinnon would be the odd man out.
Right. McKinnon could get cut without ever playing a down for the 49ers, but there's also a chance that they put him on the physically unable to perform list to start the year. The PUP list, which I think would mean he could come back in week 8 or week 9.
Sure.
I forget the exact date he'd be able to return, but they could put him there, make sure he's 100% healthy from his ACL, see how he's moving, and then make a decision more towards the middle of the season with Mostert, Breida, and Coleman carrying the load for the first part.
I can't quite remember where I read that.
I think I read something very similar at NinersWire.com.
Might have been NinersWire.com.
Did the Warriors make a statement last night in Houston?
Question 2. Yeah, kinda. I think so. Which was LOL NBA, pretty much. We don't have Kevin Durant, and Houston won 9 in a row. They'd won, 13 of 16. They were super hot. It's 3.5 back. We go into Houston, and the final score was not indicative of how close that game was. That game was not close for most of it. The Warriors came out huge, and then I think the Rockets, I think it was like something stupid, like 15-6 or 4 or something, and then I remember the Rockets tying it up at 15. But the Warriors seemed to be playing with the Rockets all night long. And I think what they were kind of saying there is, guys, like, remember who we are. Like, we're just not interested right now. This game kind of interests us. Wake us up when the playoffs happen, and here's a taste of what you're going to see.
No, I think that's exactly what happened last night. They tried. Like, you could see the way the ball was moving around, the way they were moving without the ball, the way they were playing on defense. Kevon Looney was excellent.
Yeah, he was.
Against James Harden.
He really was. There's video out there of it that I was looking at. You might have retweeted it.
Yeah.
Of him just kind of shutting down James Harden's little move out at, the step back and all that. He was playing it extremely well.
Yeah, and if that's something that the Warriors can do, where Harden can't just switch onto a big and blow by him or get an easy three, that would be a pretty big advantage for Golden State. But really, the Rockets still won the season series 3-1. But the fact Golden State went in there and looked like they were interested and blew out Houston for most of the first 3+ quarters is a pretty big statement.
We got to move on to number 3, but just real quick, did Draymond Green's defense, has his defense been poor this year? Is he still currently an above-average defender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when he's locked in...
Is he a plus defender?
Yes.
You said something the other day that caught my mind. You said, Draymond's been struggling this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking. Defense doesn't pop out on the stat sheet, but he's averaging 7, 7, and 7. Isn't that exactly what they need from him? I'm not saying he's been perfect.
Yeah, but there's just he's like last night. I think he had 2 points and 5 boards and 5 assists and a couple turnovers. He just hasn't really looked like himself. But when he does decide to try, like there was that against Philadelphia. Go back and watch that game in Philly. Draymond just kind of decided, like, hey, we're turning the faucet off now.
Sure.
And the defense still runs through him. He's lost some of his athleticism, but he's still a very, very good defender.
Question number 3.
Kings-Celtics, who you got?
Kings 121. Kings 121, Celtics 119. Yeah. Kings 121, Celtics 119. I'm calling it. I'm calling victory in Boston. Mainly because the other thing hasn't been working, Kyle. It hasn't been working. I think I said Washington was going to win 180-105. It hasn't been working, Kyle.
Who are you?
Mesa changed me, bro. Mesa changed me forever.
I think you're on the stuff that makes it so you don't need coffee.
Who do you have tonight? Boston, obviously. What's the score?
Yeah, I think Boston wins 114-102.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into that game a little bit. We'll give you a playoff seeding update. Marvin Bagley has been upgraded, and we'll get into a little bit of other basketball as well. I want to ask you about this MVP race, too. It's the Drive, Sports 1140 KHTK.
Professional, concise, and always on topic. 3 things you won't think of with The Drive on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Sam Amick will join us at 8:05. We'll take your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. 339-1140 locally. Of course, your text line at 44-1140. And this just in from Kyle Madsen.
I remember we're giving away Hozier tickets in about 3 minutes. 7:35. You can win a pair of tickets to see Hozier at the Sacramento Memorial Auditorium stage on October 21st. For tickets and more information, visit KHTK.com.
Oh, no, the red. Take me to church.
339-1140.
Sound of your life. That's probably not how it goes.
Tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife.
Oh, you do know the words. Let me clear these lines then. What's this guy's name?
Bruce.
I say Buse. I thought about it.
It's Gary Busey. We're just very tight.
I almost called him Boucher. It was B-U-C-E. I just wasn't sure. Don't bring me
Bruce Jr.
Is this Bruce Jr.?
It is.
What's up, Bruce?
Hey, what's going on, Dave? How you doing, bud?
Hey, so you were the guy that said your dad was talking garbage on the Twitter, but it wasn't you?
His dad just drags you all the time.
Does he?
Yeah, I think the reason behind it is because he knows it gets to me because I'm such a dedicated Kings fan, and he's kind of mastered the art of trolling. But that's my pops. That's my best friend. I love him to death. But yeah, he likes to get.
I want to get the reference right. What's his Twitter handle? We'll give him a plug.
I think it's Deluxe Dude 05.
Deluxe. Hold on here. Deluxe.
He's probably blocked.
Dude 05. Deluxe Dude. No, it does. Is there like underscores or something? DELUXEDUDE 05.
Yes, it is. Yeah, DELUXDUDE.
Oh, there's no E at the. Okay, hold on. DELUXDUDE 05. It's great radio. Your dad's tweets are protected. I can't.
Of course they are. That doesn't surprise me.
So you definitely don't see him.
I can't see what he says. So basically, he's dragging me behind the scenes, but I don't ever see what he's saying.
Kinda, but what he'll do is he'll screenshot his tweets that he sends or says, and then sends them to me because he knows it gets under my skin. So it's just a little game we like to play back and forth. I don't have Twitter because it got me in trouble.
Good man.
So I'm thinking of bringing it back just so I can get back in.
Can you, off the top of your head, perhaps provide any examples? Maybe not word for word, but like one of your dad's pet peeves that he'll drag me over.
I think just the fact that I think he fully wants you to admit that not the season's a wash, but it's just continuous losing seasons and not making the playoffs. His whole point, we have a new stadium.
Yeah.
He said the other day, the product's not bad, but we're still not in the playoffs. Let's not sugarcoat anything. I keep trying to remind him of, hey, it's a bigger picture.
Is he one of those guys? It's like, does your dad tend to be if these guys suck, it's not worth my time to watch them kind of guy?
Yeah, I think he was just so used to the glory years, and then he hears rumblings and sees that we're getting better, and then he expects greatness.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with
okay.
that.
And I just wanted to call and make another point, and I'm sure you guys have seen the comments on YouTube about Willie Cauley-Stein. I think good guy, good character, everything, but unfortunately this is a business, and it's hard for me to swallow that he's a 7-foot starting center, and his career average for rebounds is not even near 8.
Yeah.
And I see that, and I think teams don't even think twice of taking it to the paint because we don't have anybody there that's really going to bully their way in and keep him out of the paint. So I'm really hoping we don't re-sign him. I like him. I wish him good luck in his future endeavors, but he's just too soft for what we need down low.
I think that's perfectly said, and thank you for the call. And tell your dad I said hello. The only thing that's kind of that can be inflammatory is calling him soft. And I don't want to nitpick here. I just, and I've said this many times, I just don't think basketball is Willie's number one. And who am I to say that that's wrong? From a fan point of view, I hate it. But from a human being point of view, he's like, yeah, basketball is a means to an end. I love the game, but I'm really into painting and fashion and all kinds of other stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make millions of dollars. I mean, I could see Willie as a type of honestly, if you what is he, 25? If you told me that this was Willie's final NBA contract, wouldn't shock me.
The one he's on?
No. The one he's about to sign
he
this summer.
Okay.
If he signs, let's say he signs what's realistic for Willie? I would say 4-year, $40 to $50 million deal. That's probably what the market will be for Willie, somewhere in there, unless somebody gets really, really silly with Willie. But I could see, let's say he goes 4 years, $45 million. We'll cut the middle out. I could see I could see him being 29, 30 years old. Going, I've made $50 million in my career. I've got enough money. I'm gonna start this clothing. By the way,
pursue his other interests.
He designed this hat I'm wearing right now. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing a Willie Cauley-Stein branded hat that you hate so much. I'm gonna go into art. I'm gonna do a bunch of fashion. Who am I as a human being to drag him for that? But as a Kings fan, I hate it.
Which makes the fact that he can be a productive NBA player even more impressive.
Really?
The fact that he's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go get 12 and 8.
Yeah.
All right.
12 and a half and 8.5. I mean, to Bruce's point, Bruce Jr., Willie Cauley-Stein is 7 feet, 250 pounds, and he averages a little over a half a block a game. And we've seen him be able to block numerous shots, and he's alluded to or directly said before, I've gotten hurt before. I just don't really want to get physical. I mean, these are everything Willie says. It's
very honest.
It's very honest. And I think if you look at it from a certain perspective, it's really hard to get mad at the guy. He's been fairly open about, like, listen, I'm trying to make the most money I can. I'm trying to get as paid as I want. I don't want to do anything that hurts me. I'm willing to work, but I don't like hurting my fingers or my arms or whatever. Right. So I'm going to do what I need to do to get paid. And then who knows? I'm not putting words in his mouth by saying he'd retire in 4 or 5 years, but somebody on the text line saying, I feel like a lot of fans think Willie cares more about his brand rather than his game or the team. Let's just take that as a fact for a second. Let's say that's true. As a fan, I can't stand that. I don't want any part of that. But I don't know. I mean, really, I don't know. Pick something in your. Let me ask the audience: is there something in your life that you're fairly good at that you don't necessarily like doing? I am a very good vacuumer. I'm excellent at vacuuming my house. That is one of my chores. I do like making the little vacuum lines on the carpet. I'm very good at it. I even take off the vacuum head and I get underneath the couch. I'm very thorough when I vacuum. I'm an excellent vacuumer.
You suck.
No. Oh, no, dude. You've never seen my vacuuming skills. They're fantastic.
No, I'm sure you're really good at sucking.
Oh, because vacuum.
Hey-o.
So here's the thing. If there was a professional vacuum league, the PVL, and I was able to sign a contract to make real money vacuuming, I mean real money, much better than I'm making right here, like actual real rich money. But I was like, I don't want my headstone to read Carmichael Dave. He sucked. He was a great vacuumer. I don't want my contribution to this world, the fact that I can make super good vacuum lines. And maybe the fans of my vacuum team that I'm on, they're mad at me about that, but whatever. Obviously, I'm good enough to be a professional vacuumer. Obviously, I'm good enough to start in the vacuum league. But maybe I just don't like vacuuming. Maybe I want to make as much money as I can vacuuming so I can go into my real hobby, papier-mâché airplanes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing right. Why is that? Why is that bad? But in the world of sports, that means you're soft, you're a sissy, you're not a man. And I'm not sitting here trying to be woke McBroken here. I'm saying you got to change your thought process when it comes to Willie. That's why I want him gone. As a Kings fan, I don't want Willie back next year. I want Willie to go to greener pastures, greener meaning cash. I don't want any. The Willie Cauley-Stein experiment to me has been a fun and frustrating 4 years, and it's come to a fine end. And when he comes back to Sacramento, hey, appreciate your time here. First couple times, I have 0% ill will towards Willie Cauley-Stein.
Sure.
I just don't think he cares as much about basketball as we want him to. And I think that reflects in his play.
I think you're harping on this to avoid talking about the fact that Bruce and his dad's pastime is dragging you. Like some guys play catch, some play video games, some have like a TV thing they watch together, or barbecuing or fishing. These guys are like, yeah, we're going to make fun of Dave.
But Bruce Jr. even goes out of his way to call up and say, hey, it's not me, it's my dad.
Oh, I think it's awesome.
I'm not going to drag the guy's dad. It's his dad. From the 209, no way. From the 209, Willie is a B word. I would cut my leg off for $50 million. Okay, let's take your thought for a second. But here's the problem. Is he? Like, you're saying you'd cut your leg off for $50 million. So would I. But what if you didn't need to cut your leg off for $50 million? He's going to get $50 million. He didn't have to cut his leg off. He had to show up and go 12-8. Half block a game.
Why is he a B word?
I don't know. I don't know. Just saying.
That's mean. Attack the guy personally because he wants to get paid.
That's the thing. It's great. Now, I will take it very personally if my team is the team that pays him.
Sure.
I have a very big issue, but I think it's okay to say, I don't like the way this guy plays. I think there's better people out there. And that's not being a Willie hater. That's just being realistic.
I know we want our athletes to be, we have this idealized version of an athlete that's like, I'm all about the game and loyalty to my team, and I'm going to stay with this team forever, and I'm just going to put my head down and play my sports and entertain the fans, and that's it. That's going to be the dedication. That's what my life is. But let's back up. Let's zoom out and look at this from a realistic human perspective. What Willie is doing is he is exceedingly talented at basketball.
Correct. I agree.
He is going to make a ton of money playing basketball.
Correct. I agree.
He's going to do that while simultaneously not putting himself in harm's way. He's like, I can make $50 million and maybe get hurt, or I can make $50 million and not get hurt. I'm taking the latter. And maybe that's not your mindset personally.
Right.
Maybe that's not the ideal mindset you want for an athlete on your favorite team.
Sure.
But that's his mindset.
That's who he is.
And I have a hard time begrudging him for that.
Again, there's a difference between begrudging him as a fan of your team and not wanting any part of it.
Right.
And begrudging him as a human being.
I think I'm more detached from this situation.
And by the way, it's not like Willie doesn't work hard. It's not like he doesn't stay in shape. You never hear him reporting to camp out of shape.
Nope.
He's obviously a talented athlete, was a massively talented wide receiver in high school. I mean, the guy knows how to play sports.
Mm-hmm.
If that's just not his thing, it's just not his thing. By the way, he's not the first or last athlete to feel that way. He's just the one in our face right now. So I don't think that makes him soft. I think that makes him disinterested. Maybe he's not. People can be soft about some things. We mistake being soft with just not caring. Like, for all I know, if you criticize one of Willie's art paintings, he's going to punch you in the mouth. That's not soft. That's hardcore.
Right.
That's what he cares about.
Right.
I'm not here to say that he doesn't care about basketball. To get to the level he's at, you have to care.
Right.
I'm really actually kind of defending the guy, weirdly enough, saying, as a Kings fan, I don't want any part of him. As a human being, good luck, man. If you can find when the Brooklyn Nets are paying you 4 years, $55 million this summer, or whoever it is, God bless you. God bless you, Willie. Not going to be us. Not going to be us. That ain't happening.
I think 8/10 is going to be when our next Hozier tickets are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, during Sam Amick. You can win a pair of tickets to see Hozier when he hits the Sacramento Memorial Auditorium stage on October 21st. For tickets and more information, visit KHTK.com at 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Set your alarms. 8/10 we'll be giving those tickets away.
I want to get off of this and get into the game tonight, but it's just really fascinating to me. Is the text line still open at 441140, the Jiffy Lube text line? A separate 209 texter, shockingly. Separate 209 texter. Once again, Willie is a B word and plays like one, too. He'd rather paint and design clothes than be a good basketball player. That's our point. Just hold that thought for a second. That's our point. Let's say that he'd rather paint and design clothes than play basketball. We don't know that that's a fact, but let's just say it's a fact. Why does that? As a Kings fan, I don't like it, but who am I to say what he should like and what he shouldn't like? I honestly don't know. Like, let him do it. It's just not for us.
Is this one of those, like, mouth breather masculinity things?
Oh, it's like, absolutely.
Painting.
Gotta want it, bro.
If Willie was into motorcycles.
Nobody here is saying Kings fans shouldn't be upset at or
yeah,
frustrated.
I understand it's super frustrating.
Right.
But stop attacking the guy personally because he likes art. Jeez.
That's all I'm saying. Like, okay, he likes art. I don't like art. I don't know anything about art.
I personally think it would be a bad move for the Kings to bring him back.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear he's never going to be a dominant player on a championship team.
Maybe he goes on to become like some crazy, awesome artist.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to be like that dude that made the statue in the Kings thing. What was it? Jeffrey Coons with the piglet. Maybe that's going to be Willie Cauley-Stein someday. He's going to be the guy that's making sculptures and selling paintings for $37 million. Then what? If he has a successful art career after his basketball career and he quits basketball at 28, let's say, is he a bad person?
No, but he's a B word.
Right.
Because he doesn't like what I like. Meh.
Hello, Ted. Talk.
Nice.
Oh, man. You know what's crazy about the Willie Cauley-Stein thing? I went to a Rockets game a couple weeks ago, the game they got blown out.
Mm-hmm.
And before the game, he's out there working for a good 45 minutes and working hard.
Sure.
I just didn't understand that. I mean, I get it. I was a former college football player. But I would never go out before a game and wear myself out 45 minutes, before a football game. I just don't get why they do that. Like, if you want some energy out of the guy, shouldn't you be rested? You're a professional athlete. You go out there, you get warmed up, you go play. Have you ever seen the workouts other players go through?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just responding, but go ahead.
Yeah, that is in fact.
Oh, yeah.
The couple games I've been at, Willie is like one of the last guys out.
Yeah.
There are guys, Isaiah Thomas, when he was in Sacramento, used to be on the floor like at the start of Grant's show at 3 o'clock for a 7 o'clock tip-off. And him and Bobby Jackson would be playing like hardcore, sweat dripping down their faces one-on-one games. Like, that's a regular thing for NBA players. That's not exclusive to Willie Cauley-Stein.
And a lot of these players will come out and they'll get a full-on. Their cardio is so sound. They're in such great shape.
Yeah.
They're Ferraris. They'll come out and get a good little workout in. I mean, Vince Carter's famous for that. A number of guys are. Kobe Bryant used to show up for 7:30 starts at like 2 o'clock. He'd be working out.
Yeah.
I mean, it just getting a little sweat going. From the 916, this was predictable. Ooh, I play college football. Yeah, we all heard
I think
it.
we silently did that here in
We're
the
all
studio,
with
too.
you. Hey, Omaha Al.
Hey,
Al.
guys.
Al.
Who can yell and scream at Willie for using basketball as a vehicle to do what the hell he wants to do in life? I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you get two negative texts from the 209 or Modesto to yelling and screaming at this guy for doing something that they don't want to do. So what? People use jobs as a vehicle to get to somewhere else in life all the time. So what the hell's the difference? As long as he's not hurting anybody, painting or building hats or shirts or whatever, get a contract somewhere else that may not be in SAC, and then go do what the hell you want to do. Life's too short to not be doing what you want to do, right?
I agree, and I don't want to go too far here. I think if Kings fans watching a game and Willie is playing that Ole defense and letting people past him like it's an assembly line, I think fans have every right to be pissed off about that, and I'm one of those people. But to your point, Kyle, you were telling me when we were in Arizona this week, and you used to live there. What job did you have? Was it like at an internet company or a cable company or something?
Yeah, I was at a video and audio streaming company doing customer service.
Okay, so at any point were you like, this is what I'm doing? This is what I'm going to do. This is my career?
No.
Did you have the job because it was the best combination of job you could do, job that was convenient, and pay at the time?
Yeah, okay. I went from working 10 hours a week at Sports Chalet for minimum wage to earning enough to live by myself in Arizona.
So imagine if your boss, Chad, asked you to come in and work on a Saturday and your off day.
His name was Ryan.
And you were like, nah, sorry, I gotta see a man about a dog.
Well, actually, Dave,
right.
Saturdays were our biggest days, so everybody worked Saturdays. Nobody had Saturday off.
You know what I mean? Imagine he asked you to come in and work on an off day, and you're like, no, I got a thing. I got to go to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine in a world where, like, working at that place was like a sport. See, it's just so different with sports. People are like, God, Kyle needs to go, man. If he'd rather go to a concert than answer these phone lines, he doesn't want it. But you were at the job.
And I would have been like, yeah, I don't. I
right,
don't like this job.
Yeah, that is true. You wouldn't have gone into the preseason before the job, before your job started. Be like, this year, I'm going to be exactly like Bill down the street.
Do you know how much I hated that job? It was full-time with benefits and stuff, and I left it with no job here to work weekends at KHTK.
See? You chased your dream.
Because I wanted it.
Some people's dreams is sports. Some people's dreams is covering sports. Some people's dreams is drawing art.
You understand that next time you go on vacation, I'm going to rip you for not wanting it.
Not wanting it. Listen, I love my job. I do. I really, truly love my job. I get paid to talk sports and be an idiot. But the people that say, like, man, if you don't have a job that you wake up every morning stoked, I work here so that I can go do things.
Mm-hmm.
I work here so that I can buy things. It just happens to be a really fun way to be able to do that means to an end. But those people that say, if I won the lottery, I'd keep working. I mean, I might take a week off. No, not old Dave here. I win the lottery, you'll see me sitting at Kings games. That's where you'll see me. Other than that, I'll be like Luke Skywalker in the first movie of the new. I'll be the hermit.
Except you don't like going out in public now for fear of talking to people.
Sure.
It would be way worse then.
Oh, let me tell you, if I won the lottery, I'd hopefully be rich enough to get really good seats where you can enter it. I'd just go in. I probably would actually wear Jedi robes where I could pull a hood over my head. I would just go in, keep to myself.
That's inauspicious.
I know, right? You see a Jedi walking courtside.
Hey, where's Dave? It's the Jedi robes down there at half court.
He's the guy with the big purple lightsaber. Oh, and he has a sword-looking thing, too. Hey, now.
Hey-o.
339-1140, 1-800-912-1140. Sam Amick is next. Pete, I see you on the phone lines and all the rest of you on the Firewings hotline. We'll get to you before Sam if you hold through the break on The Drive. Sports 1140 KHTK.